From precision, engineered sidearms to desperate late-war prototypes, this is the comprehensive history of Germany's World War II weaponry. Every major firearm they deployed, covered in one single video, starting off with pistols, handguns. Luger P08, with its iconic silhouette, this pistol became a legendary war trophy for Allied troops. It was celebrated for its high-quality craftsmanship, though its complex design made it expensive to produce. Walther P38, created as a cost-effective alternative to the Luger, this handgun was more durable and simpler to manufacture, serving as the standard German sidearm for most of the war. Walther PP and PPK, these compact pistols were primarily utilized by high-ranking officers, the Luftwaffe, and military police. The PPK is particularly famous for its role in covert operations. Mauser C96, easily recognized by its unique wooden stock holster and broom handle grip. Despite being an older design, it remained in active service, mostly with support units. Mauser HSC, a sleek and reliable double-action pistol. Its streamlined design with a concealed hammer made it a favorite for police and naval personnel. Sauer 38H, noted for its advanced decocking lever, this high-quality sidearm was widely used by staff officers in both the Luftwaffe and the Wehrmacht. Drey's M1907, an aging relic from an earlier era, this pistol was mostly relegated to rear echelon and police forces, illustrating Germany's late war shortage of modern sidearms. Continuing with submachine guns, machine and pistol, MP38, the first major German submachine gun of the war. Its distinctive ribbed receiver simplified construction, though it was still a complex weapon. MP40, an evolution of the MP38. This model optimized production through greater use of stamped steel parts. It became synonymous with the Blitzkrieg soldier. MP18, an old veteran. This was the world's first true submachine gun. It was used heavily in World War I, but still issued to some garrison units in the 1940s. MP28, a refinement of the MP18. This model featured a 30-round box magazine and was a common weapon in the early years of the conflict. MP34, primarily an Austrian design adopted by the SS. It was beautifully machined but extremely costly to produce, leading to its eventual phase out. MP35, another early war design often confused with the MP34. This used a unique bolt-action style loading handle on its right side. EP44, a late war, desperate attempt at simplification. This was a crudely stamped weapon, using the minimal amount of high-quality components. MP3008, Germany's final desperate submachine gun, a direct, cheap copy of the British Sten gun, built rapidly during the final months of the war. Next on the list is rifles and carbines. Kar98K, the standard issue German rifle for the entire war, a reliable, high-quality bolt-action workhorse that served on every front. Wehrmacht, the predecessor to the Kar98K, it was longer but still saw widespread service, especially with reserves and rear line units. Wehr 3340, a shorter, lighter rifle adapted from Czech designs. It was the preferred weapon of mountain troops Gebirgsjäger due to its size. Wehr 41, Am and Wm, Germany's first attempt at a semi-automatic infantry rifle. Both the Mauser and Walther versions were notoriously complex and unreliable in combat. Wehr 43, a much more successful semi-automatic design. It utilized reliable gas components similar to the Soviet SVT rifle, making it robust and effective. StG-44, arguably the first true assault rifle. It introduced the intermediate cartridge concept, providing manageable automatic fire at medium ranges. FG-42, a revolutionary, highly versatile weapon designed specifically for paratroopers. It could operate as a rifle, a light machine gun, or a submachine gun. STG-45, a late-war prototype designed to use less material and effort than the STG-44. Its delayed blowback system greatly influenced post-war weapon development. Volkssturmgewehr 1-5, part of the desperate final war effort. These were extremely simplified, crudely built semi-automatic rifles issued to the Home Guard. Next up, machine guns. MG34, a masterpiece of machining and engineering. This highly complex weapon served as both a light and heavy machine gun early in the war. MG42, nicknamed Hitler's buzzsaw. Designed for mass production, this gun achieved a terrifying rate of fire, dominating infantry firefights across all fronts. MG08, a venerable water-cooled heavy machine gun dating back to World War I, it still served in static defensive positions and fortress emplacements. MG13, a conversion of the obsolete WWII Aerodrey's light machine gun. It was used primarily for training, or by secondary garrison units. MG15, originally designed as an aircraft gun for bombers, this model was often repurposed for ground use, particularly by the Luftwaffe's ground forces. MG81, an extremely high rate of fire machine gun designed specifically for aircraft turrets. It saw limited conversion to ground use late in the conflict. MG45, a fascinating, highly simplified prototype. It aimed to be the successor to the MG42 using less raw material and boasting an astonishing cyclic rate of fire. MG0815, the lightweight version of the MG08. Like its predecessor, this heavy water-cooled gun was relegated to static defense roles throughout the war. Now, let's look at grenades and explosives. Stick Grenade 24, the iconic stick grenade or potato masher. Its handle allowed soldiers to throw it farther and ensured it rolled less upon landing. Stick Grenade 43, a simplified late-war version of stick grenade. It omitted the belt clip and some safety features to speed up manufacturing during shortages. Egg Grenade 39, nicknamed the Egg Grenade. This small, compact grenade was easier to carry in large quantities than the heavier stick variants. Bundled Charge, a bundle of 6 stick grenade heads wired around a single activated handle, used primarily for bunker busting. Mine, famously nicknamed the Bouncing Betty by Allied troops. When triggered, it launched into the air before detonating at waist height, spraying lethal shrapnel. Telemine, Germany's standard anti-tank mine series. The names reflect the model year of each iteration, providing better resistance to handling and detection. Regal Mine 43, known as the bar mine or shoebox mine. This long, rectangular anti-tank mine was highly efficient and effective against tank tracks. Goliath, a remote, controlled demolition vehicle. This small, motorized bomb was driven into enemy positions, then detonated for massive anti-fortification effect, smoke, and blinding devices. These were used effectively to obscure infantry movements or temporarily disorient tank crews during an assault. Schatzer Mine 42, a simple, mass-produced anti-personnel mine, made mostly of wood, making it extremely difficult for Allied sappers to detect. Stock Mine 43, an anti-personnel mine designed with a concrete or glass casing to further complicate the mine-clearing process. Concrete Mine 43, essentially a concrete-cased mine. This low-metal design was yet another effort to defeat standard metal detection equipment. Fragmentation Ring, a simple metal accessory that could be fitted to stick grenades to significantly increase the shrapnel effect. Molotov Cocktail, a simple incendiary bottle used by desperate soldiers against armored vehicles when specialized anti-tank weapons were unavailable. Finishing off with knives and bayonets. Bayonet 98K, the standard issue bayonet for the Kar 98K rifle. Every German infantryman was trained in its use and carried one as essential gear. Bayonet 42. A late-war multi-purpose tool. It was designed to function both as a combat knife and a handy wire cutter. Combat Knife 42, a specialized double-edged fighting knife introduced late in the war for close-quarters combat needs. Gravity Knife carried by Fallschirm paratroopers. It was used primarily for cutting parachute lines if tangled or for general utility. SG-84 Bayonet, a simplified emergency bayonet produced during the war to maintain essential close quarters fighting capability for the troops.